for my house.
All right, I started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the One Trick, Two Takes podcast. I am One Trick Dante, and I am here with my host, Joseph, Joe McDonald, whatever you want to call him.
Me.
And our special guest today is Diego Vargas. Vargas, you call him Vargas. That's what we call him.
Yeah, boy.
Fighting game man. So this podcast is a very, I guess, unique podcast because Diego's here and he likes fighting games. So just a little disclaimer, if you're not a huge fighting game buff, you can stick around for the first maybe 10, 20, 15 minutes of the podcast. We're going to talk about our normal stuff, and then we're going to talk exclusively about fighting games for majority of the podcast. So, I guess we'll start with the week roundup. So I'll go first. Actually, no, you know what? I'll let the guest go first. So, Diego, what games have you actually been playing this week? Any games in particular?
Well, I've been playing Pokemon White. Been nuzlocking it. Pretty easy because I have a Crocodile with Moxie. So, fuck the game. That's broken. I've been playing a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So that I know what a good Marvel vs. Capcom game feels like before Infinite comes out. I've been playing Skullgirls, which if they made a 2 and they released it a raw beta would still be better than Infinite. And what else? And I just finished Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia.
Ooh, okay. Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh, sure.
What would you rate it out of 10? Like for that kind of game, I guess.
As a game in general, or compared to the other Ranger games?
Compared to the other Ranger games.
Oh, that's an easy, like a 7 or 8.
Okay, and then compared to other games?
Compared to other games? Yeah, 7 or 8. It's a pretty good game.
I enjoyed that game thoroughly. It's got a lot of content. It's very long.
It is really fun.
Alright, was that pretty much your week?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright. A lot of games, a lot of fighting games, a lot of Pokemon. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's your thing.
What else do I play?
That's true, actually. Alright, and then in regards to Joseph, what games have you played this week, if any? If you haven't, it's...
I just
He's been playing a game called Life, and he's been losing really badly.
Yeah, I'm down 5 points on it.
But,
no, I've been getting back into League actually.
Oh yeah, actually.
Playing that again
Yeah.
after a year hiatus.
You've been playing it a lot too, I've seen.
Yesterday I was playing some board games with some friends of mine. We were playing Secret Hitler.
Oh,
So,
I would
that was
imagine that's
pretty
fun.
good.
Remember when I went to your house and we played board games?
Yeah, I do.
Remember when you got fucking dicked down?
Oh, a little bit of a background.
Yeah, I haven't really
Yeah.
been playing many games. It's
All
just
right.
been kind of that. Now I'm starting up other stuff.
Yeah.
Like copies that are like semi-game related.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing Perler Beat stuff again. So,
All right.
some art. Maybe
That's-
sell it on,
Podcast sucks.
camgirls.com.
Excuse me, sir?
I want to leave.
I don't like this. We're not talking about fighting games.
Get the gun away from my head.
Oh, shoot. All right. So, I guess I'll do my week.
Don't interrupt my podcast, you fallacial piece of shit.
I thought this was a different podcast. That's why I was just gonna.
Anyhow, so during my week, I played. I guess I was talking to Diego about this earlier, but I was playing a lot of fighting games. So I played Street Fighter Third Strike on a emulator called Fightcade, which is if you like fighting games, like old school fighting games, arcade games, get it because it's really good. It allows you to play all the old classic arcade games, and some of the more obscure ones like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games, which is really neat.
Balls, the best fighting game.
That one too. And then I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 5 because Ed and Vega are amazing. And getting to practice against Abigail's is kind of cool. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about
Don't
Abigail
even
later.
get me started.
We'll talk about Abigail later. And then I've been playing League here and there, but not as much anymore. And then Titanfall 2, which is I kind of got back into it. It's really good and underrated. Really fun, enjoyable. If you like mechs and if you like Pacific Rim kind of thing, but you like Call of Duty, like old school Call of Duty, it's exactly that. And other than that, I've been working on music, and I'm not going to reveal any more about that because I'll talk about that on a different podcast. But keep an eye out for that Twitter, because I'll probably be posting something soon. Okay, so that's over. Now we can talk about, I guess we can switch straight into fighting games. So you want to talk about Abigail first, Diego, or do you want to talk about...
Okay.
Alright, we'll talk about Abigail, never mind.
Okay, so Evo just happened, right? And they were like, "Oh, we are going to release a new character," and I'm like, "Great, let's get on with it." What obscure ass character that was part of some person's story from like Alpha? You're gonna pull out of nowhere and be like, "Here's this character. Be happy. Shut up," right?
Yeah.
If Blanca were in the game, no one would be happy.
Hey, hold on. Actually, I want to tell you something. You want to know why Blanca can't be in the game?
Can or can't?
Can't. You want to know why?
Pourquoi?
All right. Have you seen the Street Fighter movie, the live action one?
Oh god.
Okay. In that movie, just to fill you in, Joseph, because I don't know. Have you seen it?
I know.
With Jean-Claude Van
Yeah.
Damme.
Okay. So in that movie, Blanca is Nash, which means if that is canonically true, Blanca and Nash cannot be in the same game.
Blanca is Nash.
Yes.
And Final Fantasy 3 is Final Fantasy 2. That was just a fun fact. That
Thank you. Anyhow, carry on with what you were saying.
So,
Yeah.
they bring out this, they started bringing out the music, right? I'm like, whoa, Final Fight music. Hey, you know what? Maybe they'll put in Hagar for once, you know, so you won't be, MVC's, switching for Geef, you know? They'll actually give him a role in a fighting game.
Yeah.
And then this nigga pulls up in his invisible boatmobile, right?
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I'm like, who is this sex god they just brought onto?
Isn't he
the
just a
fighting
final
ring?
fight boss?
He's a final fight boss. Yeah, he's 8 feet tall, 543 pounds, making him the biggest and heaviest Street Fighter character ever. And he's Canadian.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Okay, I have one thing to say about what you just mentioned. I think the trailer for him was very bad.
I loved it. I don't care what you say.
No. I think his appearance is really bad in the game. Like,
his visual.
Yeah, visually, in the game when I was playing this week, he looks fine. But in that trailer, for some reason, the way the lighting is in that stage, he does not look well designed. In the game, he looks fine. His moveset is amazing. So we can get to that now. So you can start talking about that.
His EX move, right?
Yeah.
The one that you do out of the running.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you can do the double kick to do a run, right?
Yeah.
The EX you have where you do the overhead flip.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
That can be an infinite. If you keep mashing it and the
Mhm.
person doesn't DI out of it, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
or they don't roll out of it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can infinite it, which is
Yeah,
stupid.
that actually ended up happening.
Awesome.
That happened to me. Because it was like my
man.
first time playing him. His amount of super armor on his moves is ridiculous.
It's amazing.
He's gonna get nerfed because he does
yeah,
he does
obviously.
too much damage. He's part grapple, part giant hitbox
Striker.
Yeah, he's everything. It's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, he's a great
And
character.
finally-
Yeah.
it's good to have characters with such a big hitbox, with such a big like body, because it adds more, I guess. He's big where there's like, you know, the size tiers in games. There's like those really small characters like Ingrid from Alpha. Then you got like the small characters, I guess, you know, like Sakura, Karen, Cammy, yeah, Oro. You got the mediums, Ryu, Ken, you know. You got the big boys, right? You got Alex Zangief. And you got
Hugo.
the Giga niggas
Yeah.
like Hugo, Fong, and Abigail. And I think having a bigger character adds more diversity because you're adding another playstyle where you're so big where basically any move will hit you.
Mhm.
But by that same time, if you play your cards right, you're dealing out big damage, and and with the super armor he has, you're able to tank hits and then deliver punishment because of the way your character works. Which is personally my favorite part of which is my favorite style of fighting.
Yeah.
I like having a big character. I like big characters, yeah.
Yeah, you like characters like
Fun
Zangief that have like super armor or
characters
Hugo.
where I can get in. Characters where my opponent knows that if they mess up, it's over.
Yeah.
Only a few hits and they're done.
Mhm.
And it plays with their mind a little bit.
Mhm.
They can't afford to mess up.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I really like about them.
So would you say Abigail is probably your favorite DLC character for 5 so far?
Yeah. I gotta play Yuri in a bit because Urian's the boy. I want to see how crazy combos you can get off of
He's not third strike. I'll say that much.
I know he's not third strike, but he'll still be pretty fun.
Oh,
to play.
he's fun though. I'd say he's
Yeah,
pretty
but-
enjoyable.
Visually and like character wise from the DLCs, yeah, Abigail's a pretty damn
Yeah.
cool character.
So I have to ask you this.
I mean, he's no juggernaut, but hey, he's
Yeah.
up there.
I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think so like Abigail, his release, he's a good character, like design wise, fighting game style wise, his ability to, lock you up, do a ton of damage, and he's a big character with a big hitbox, but he can still avoid getting hit.
Yeah.
are you satisfied that you think that they'll end up coming up with more DLC characters that are like this, that are better, not like big dudes, but just good, like obscure references, but at the same time something that like people would kind of
Yeah,
say,
I love how they're harking back to their roots. Like, well, let's talk a bit about. Have you played or seen his story mode?
No, I actually haven't. I'm kind of staying away
Okay.
from that, but you can talk about it. I mean, like, I know.
Basically, the dude's a big idiot. Like,
Yeah.
on like the retard tier, he's
Yeah.
a higher tier than Hugo.
Yeah.
Like mentally, like this dude. Basically, his whole shtick is that he's running around making car noises. Yeah, because his car got jacked.
We have to show.
He thinks his car got
we have to
jacked.
show Joseph the trailer or like his entrance because it's hilarious.
No. I showed Joseph. I'm like, dude, this is gonna. I played it off as though they were revealing Ingrid, right? Like a
Yeah.
small, tiny character, and he sees Abigail, and he's like, "The fuck am I watching?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "This is the future, man. This is the ideal male body."
What I love
whether
too
you like it or
is
not.
what I love about.
Saw the whole campaign for Abigail.
His campaign. Okay, so basically, campaign, right?
Mhm.
So making car noises, right?
Mhm.
Being an idiot, thinks his car got jacked. First encounters with Ibuki, right?
Mhm.
Making a bunch of car noises, and she's like, "Oh, did you fart?" He's like, "No, your car noises." And then you beat the shit out of Ibuki because the child harassment. And then you face Jury, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, flat, and then Jury's like, "Who you calling flat? Trick ass." And then you.
That's
kick your
actually a
ass.
pretty decent
It was pretty funny.
jury impression,
And
dude.
then you get to Vega, he's like, "Mi amigo, you're very ugly." And then fucking Abigail's like, "Arr!" and then he beats him up.
So basically, it's Abigail not even doing anything, and people are just getting mad at him.
No, even better, last fight, right? Or I believe him and Vega are switched, whatever. His last fight's with Alex, right? And then Hugo, sorry. Rest in peace, Hugo.
Oh, he'll be back. I hear.
Oh,
If the leaks
I
are
hope
true.
so.
If the leaks are true.
Anyway, so this dude's like, and all that shit, right?
Mhm.
And then Alex is like, "That's a V8 heavy horsepower, whatever the fuck kind of."
Oh, he
engine
calls
it
the
is,
car
right?
out.
Yeah, and he's like, "What? That's right!" And then he fucking beats up Alex, and I'm like, "You had a friend, and you let him go, idiot." And his last part's amazing because you pull up right, and you get two characters right from Final Fantasy, like, "Yo, boss, what's the matter? We have your car. You let us use it this morning."
Oh my
It's
gosh.
You're like, this nigga. But what's even greater is that they put in a character that was never enough. They put Roxy. Do you know who Roxy is?
Yeah, I know who Roxy is. She's Poison's
Yeah.
sister, right?
Yeah, exactly. They had her, and
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, hey.
That's the rumor that I
pretty
hear.
good.
The rumor that I hear is that's one of the next DLC.
That would be pretty cool as long as she's not a fucking clone.
Okay, okay. Since you talked about that, I'm just gonna talk about the DLC in the future. From what I've read, this is pure speculation. I think I told you about this a while ago when we were at
I wish I
Disneyland.
could read.
Sakura, Sagat, Abigail, and then two new characters. Dan's trainer from Alpha.
Okay.
And I can't remember I think the last character is going to be a new character. But if that's true, I'm actually really satisfied because I think Sakura and Sagat would be good additions, like throwback
I
additions.
think they would, as long as they don't let Sagat. I hope Sagat has
Yeah.
he's old, so he can't bend over and do fucking low fireballs, because that's totally not.
Personally, I want Sakura more than anything.
I'm alright with her. More Shota characters. More Hadokens,
Yeah.
Shoryukens, Tatsus going around. That's pretty fun and all.
And then
And then her stupid kick, her little
Yeah.
juggle. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Before.
so
But
that's what I hear. I don't know how
well,
true
what
that
I
is.
heard was that they were gonna release Super Street Fighter.
Oh yeah,
5
yeah, yeah. That's
as a DLC, as a free DLC.
Mhm.
So I think once they're done with this wave of obscure characters that they're putting in as fresh characters, because I'm always down to try a new fresh character.
Yeah.
That's always good. And so having Super, I think that's their way of not only doing some bug fixes, but I heard they're adding new defensive mechanics.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they
If
don't bring
it-
back parrying.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
lose my
dude.
shit.
No, because okay, in addition to that rumor I heard about the super update and all the DLC characters, right?
Uh-huh.
There's also a rumor that they're gonna add a story mode, right? Like an actual arcade mode, which is something that me and my brother talk about a lot because we're like, this is the one thing that I think would make the game a lot better
Mhm.
if it had an actual arcade mode. Because earning fight
Yeah.
money in that game is ridiculously hard. because you could really only earn it by playing survival, and the easy mode is not easy. I mean, the easy mode is easy. The normal mode it's just ridiculous on how much they make you just grind
Work
for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it goes from 10 stages to 30. So
what the fuck?
that you have that, and then I think having an arcade mode would just be better. But the new arcade mode is gonna be about the war between Urian and Gil.
And Urian.
So I'm thinking that they're just gonna slowly turn it into like a super strong. I mean, it's already a strong prequel, like canonically.
You know what would be the actual shit?
What?
If they were like, hey, they're not dead, and they brought in just one X-Men, just one. Just one.
Wait, for Street Fighter 5?
Yes, can you imagine that? That would be.
I don't see them doing that, considering how.
That would
you
be,
wanna know what? That's a good segue. That's a good segue
into
for what I'm going to complain about. And actually, Joseph, if you're listening, you need to.
Oh no, he left out because he's being a baby. He's like, I can't talk
because
I don't know how many buttons are in the game.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, then we will talk about.
He just did it from like across the kitchen.
We'll talk about that meme too later.
Was so annoying.
He says that Abigail's campaign was annoying, but I don't think Joseph knows anything about art.
I'll say this for a
he doesn't understand the complexities of the human mind
of
how a man and his love
of a
for
car.
his hobby can overcome all obstacles in life. And if an 8-foot tall, 453-pound nigga was like, I love cars, I wouldn't say no.
I'd be like,
pick me up,
go on.
flick me across the street with his middle finger. Hell fucking no, I wouldn't say no to that.
No, okay, so.
Eat my ass for breakfast.
All right, so moving on from that. Well, okay. So going into Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Okay.
Marvel vs. Expectations.
Marvel vs. Infinite Expectations. So you want to know what? This will be a good way, since we talked about Street Fighter 5 and the announcements they made at Evo. We'll just talk about the announcements they made for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at Evo. Was it Jeddah? Jeddah's a new character they announced for Darkstalkers.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. No, it's awesome.
He looks fresh. He looks fresh AF.
My problem with it is you can't be Capcom and saying, oh, no one's gonna know who the X-Men characters are. No one's gonna know who to all these obscure Marvel characters are, even though they are not obscure. There's been movies about them in our generation and the generation after us.
Excuse me, did you not watch Logan? Like, the hell, but Old Man Logan, I'd be happy with that.
No, but I'm saying, how can you say that, oh, no one's gonna know the obscure characters like the X-Men, and then put someone like Jeddah, who's from a game that Capcom...
That's been dead for forever.
Yeah, Capcom basically buried.
Is deeply... Darkstalkers' legacy, at this point, is solely in the hands of Felicia, Morrigan, and now passed on to Morgan and Jeddah.
Yeah.
And Shenko, the fucking MVC3 Bay.
Yeah.
Because they've only been in those games because they're like, oh yeah, Darkstalkers. Kids don't like
that used to exist.
Bye bye. And I'm like, oh, this is. And then I can imagine they're just going to the screen like, we need new Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite characters, and then they're like, I have a new character from Darkstalkers. And they're like, the fuck is that? Like, you know that game we worked on long ago? Which one? The one with the one with the big dudes in the cars. Final Fight. Abigail and Street Fighter 5. And they're like, moving on. And then
yeah.
Marvel's is like, and then this is the Marvel side. They're like, so Mickey Mouse is there, right? With a gun to his fucking head.
Yeah.
And then they're like, so Capcom's like, so what the characters should we put in the game? And then Marvel's like, what do you think, Mickey? He's like, we're making Black Panther the movie, so you're gonna put in Black Panther, you piece of shit! And then that's basically the logic, because it's like, it's not a game anymore, it's just a giant ad for their movies.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it, I think, for me.
I don't need all the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
To save...
You know what?
Guardians of the Galaxy cannot save this game.
You know what's even worse?
They could have at least put in Nova.
Yeah, you know what's even worse? That the characters that they're putting in are just stealing... They're basically reskins of characters from 3.
Like
Gamora is just Jill Valentine.
Zero. Just
and
Zero.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It really is. That's why when Max made his video, it's like, Max, alright, I get it. the game does look a lot smoother than it used to, but it doesn't change
But
the
I
fact.
agree with him. Like,
Yeah.
the more you play it, and I played a lot of the
demo?
what's it called?
The demo, yeah. Oh, the demo's great.
It was pretty good. I just hate how kind of like, restrained it was.
It's ugly too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the art style at all.
Why does Chun-Li look hotter in the first Street Fighter 2 than she does in Infinite? I don't get it.
Or
Like,
Dante from Devil May Cry. He looks.
And then what?
Yeah.
Why does Captain America look like he just witnessed another 5 World Wars with his big ass anime eyes? I know they're gonna fix cosmetics with the day one patch they're gonna do. So you know what? That's whatever, right? But it's like, if you're gonna, because I heard the saving grace is that they're gonna put Venom in, and I'm like, hell yeah, Venom is the shit.
Yeah, everybody wants
it's
them.
Like, why should you have to wait for like so long to put in a character that you know will get people to play the game?
It's the same thing with Wolverine. Everybody knows Wolverine's gonna be in the game, but probably only as DLC, paid DLC at it. It's like, I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think what people might be afraid of is that historically, Magneto, Wolverine, and Storm have been extremely really good characters to play as.
Perfect characters.
Especially Storm and Magneto.
Yeah.
Because you can build up so much meter just by throwing shit in the air.
It's projectile. It's just projectile spamming, basically.
And then you have just great combos.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto and Storm have great dashes. They can just rush in, do big combos. They have great supers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess a lot of people are afraid that, the game's not gonna be as newbie friendly because they're gonna fucking tornado into Auschwitz. And it's like, yeah, but it's fucking Magneto.
It's also Marvel versus Capcom, hence, like the staple of the game. The poster child for that game has always been Wolverine.
Yes, he's like you gotta realize that concept started because after X-Men: Children of the Atom, you had games like Street Fighter versus X-Men, and you had like Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter, and you had Marvel versus Capcom, which finally emerged from that.
Yeah, and then
you had two was like, yeah, I'm the greatest man on earth. Let me just get all these characters and make them into one game, and then everyone's like, I love you, and then 3 is like the child, he's like, I made a macaroni, and then the dad's like, you know what, we'll give it to him, and then Infinite was just born, and that baby got fucking slammed on the doctor's office.
Well, see, the problem with Infinite too is it's only being made because Marvel is saying, okay, we'll let you make a game finally because we didn't want you to make a game for years, but now that we're popular again, you can make a game, and it's like,
I'm telling you. Put Juggernaut in the game, can't go wrong.
No.
Doesn't matter if the game's shit. Put Juggernaut in. Everyone will buy the game. That game will be the best-selling game of the last 20 years if you just put Juggernaut in.
I doubt that.
I don't care what you say. That game has. I will pre-order the game if Juggernaut gets announced.
Since we're talking,
buy the maximum amount.
We're talking about things that will make the game better or things that will sell a lot. Let's talk about the Dragon Ball Z game. I know you and I don't know a lot about it. Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball the show.
Nigga, I'm a weeb.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
I know anime. I know Animu. I don't just watch JoJo on repeat.
Shut up. That's a lie.
That's not true. Anyway, we should have a JoJo game, and second of all, I'm excited because I heard about Piccolo and Krillin being in the game.
The game itself just looks awesome. As somebody who's
the game looks amazing.
As somebody who has played like a lot of their recent games, like Guilty Gear XRD, the art style is very similar to that. It's like a more polished version of it. The game's 20%.
Really good.
The game's 20% complete.
And it looks
like it's playable. like you could go and buy it.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if I had that game, Boo, Frieza, Vegeta. That's the team right there.
It's just ridiculous.
I'd probably have like Goku, and then Trunks got announced.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm telling you, I want Broly in the game. Holy shit!
He's probably gonna be in it.
Awesome.
It's a 9.
Of course he's gonna be in it.
The beta is a 9-character beta. You realize like that's a ton for a beta, a closed beta at that too.
A 9-character beta. Infinite had like 4. You could play as Thor, Mega Man X. And it wasn't even that memorable. I can't even remember the rest. Like
Sir, what's his name? The knight.
Sir Arthur?
Yeah, Sir Arthur.
God. Sir Arthur's greatest like damage output was when he was an assist. in Marvel vs. Marvel superheroes. Like that was his pinnacle of a fighting game.
Yeah.
He seems too. I guess he's maybe just too technical for like a person of my fighting like style to understand. But like I kind of just see him as like
he's an assist.
I've always seen him as like the Pichu of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't like him. He's bad. But no, but it's Pichu. Look how cute he is. It's like, okay, fine, fuck it.
All right, so since we're talking about like design and like, I guess we'll go back to Infinite. We'll be crossing over from Infinite and Dragon Ball because they're kind of.
Can we stay on Dragon Ball? I don't want to get depressed again.
I was just gonna talk about Sigma Ultron. I know you're not a huge fan of Mega Man X. I mean, you like the game. You like the game.
Yeah, I don't mind X being in it. Better than Zero.
No, but I'm saying
honestly,
Sigma Ultron is kind of cool to me.
He looks dope. He looks dope. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. Give credit where credit's due. He's a fucking dope idea for a boss, because they've always had really cool bosses. You know, you've had Onslaught, Apocalypse, you've had, what's it called? Galactus.
Yeah, they've all been excellent characters.
Abyssal. Really good characters put in as final bosses, so it's like, yeah, I'm excited for this. Ultron Sigma looks like it'll be a good boss. Mm-hmm. It's just that story mode seems... I am excited for Thanos, though. Thanos looks good. Don't get me wrong. I miss his beautiful array of bubbles from 2. Those were cool, but I mean, it looks pretty dope. I won't deny that.
Yeah. Alright, so back to Dragon Ball. Game looks good. Game looks exciting. Oh my gosh. Game looks exciting. Games look awesome. Another announcement made at EVO that kind of we were talking about before this podcast and we wanted to save, but it's the Arika fighting game that we thought was an April Fool's prank.
Baby. I was like, oh, this is some well-made.
Here, let's give some backstory.
Heartstrings.
Let's give some
backstory.
And then they're
like, huh?
Let's give some backstory real quick, because you kind of hit on it. All right, so back on April.
I did not touch her.
Back on April 1st, you know, I'm just looking because all these games are doing April Fool's pranks. All this stuff's happening, right? and then
this is Infinite is just Marvel's like super long going.
Oh my gosh! Imagine it's like a giant prank, and then they release it like they delay the game until April 1st next year.
Dude, honestly, just remaster 2 and everyone will be quiet.
Oh, everybody would be perfectly happy if they remastered 2. But okay, so there's this trailer that comes out for this game.
Speaking of remasters, hint after we finish.
We finish this, we will talk about a certain remaster. That's really exciting.
Well, not a remaster, it's just a re-gift. Yeah. And a damn good one.
Yeah. Okay, so a trailer comes out by this company called Arika. For those of you who do not know, they made the Street Fighter EX series of games in the early 2000s. For console.
Basically, think of like a Tekkenized version of Street Fighter with like more of a 3D dynamic. It was okay, you know.
It didn't do well, but I mean that's why it doesn't exist anymore. But the characters they introduced, the characters they introduced in that game are amazing. And for years, people have been saying since the last one, which I think was EX3, which came out in like 2002, or even it might have come out earlier. But basically,
let's talk about the Emoji Movie.
No, please no. Anyhow, was this? Game hasn't come out for years. People were like, characters like Skullomania, what's his name? Druid Master. Yeah, characters like that. For years they didn't exist. They just kind of left them forgotten.
They just rotted and died, and then they're like, okay.
And then all of a sudden, April 1st, this trailer comes out, and everybody's like,
nice fucking joke.
Yeah, it's like.
Basically,
it looks like a demo. It looks like a playable demo. It's got characters from EX.
Beautiful. It looks amazing, right?
Yeah, it looks like. But everybody's like,
wow, this could actually be a game. And then everyone's like, oh wait,
it's April 1st. There's no way it's an actual game.
Yeah.
But it had all the messages on the. It had everything that made it appear as a real game. So everybody thought it was an elaborate April Fool's prank. We don't hear anything about it for a year, or no, not even for a year. For like, when was Evo? Evo was. Two weeks ago, so it was like 3 months. We didn't hear anything for 3 months, right? Nothing. Yeah. No news, no nothing. So everybody was like, "Oh, this is just a prank. It's not even, you know, and not even a real game." Evo comes around, Arika comes out, new fighting game. It doesn't have an official title yet. I think they're calling it Arika Fighter X or something like that.
Yeah.
Skullomania, a bunch of old EX characters are announced. It's not being made by Capcom in any way. And it looks really cool. It's got a really neat system that I want to talk to you about. I don't know if you know about it.
It's got like a little attachment system. I saw the word Juggernaut and I was like, Hey, I'm picking that 7.
So check this out. So it's called the Gogi system.
Ooh.
So basically what it is if you satisfy certain requirements during the game, you'll unlock a certain Gogi. And the Gogis give you different power-ups. So there's the Juggernaut one, which basically gives you increased defense and increased attack. Well, you can't be stunned.
Yummy.
The thing that's crazy about this is you can get this anytime during the match, whenever you want. And it basically means that, like, there's going to be a meta around getting certain things. Defense up, attack up, speed up, blocking ability, stun meter, build up, all of that. It's really neat. It's really fascinating, and I'm super excited for this game. I think it's going to be really cool.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying. This game looks hype. This game looks hype. Okay, before we get to the super special announcement, I do want to talk about Tekken 7. Geese Howard from... Hold on.
King of Fighters.
King of Fighters.
Yeah, that game.
King of Fighters is finally rearing its face again. I'm really happy, by the way, because that is...
What about the game they just released?
I know, but I'm saying it's rearing its face in relevancy again.
Oh, true.
Because I don't think anybody plays... I mean, people play the new King of Fighters, but I think King of Fighters 98 is probably where you're looking at.
Like the Sprite King of Fighters, like 13.
Yeah, 13. That's another good one.
Like the combos I was taught with the big boys.
Do you like pretzel motions in order to do moves?
If I can pull them off, yes. If I can't, I hate them.
Yeah, they're horrible, man. I'll tell you that much. Anyhow, Geese Howard from King of Fighters was announced for Tekken 7.
He's basically like the big bad guy. He was like, hey, I'm cool. Fuck
He is really neat. He looks really cool for Tekken.
Neato Cheeto Burrito. I gotta give him that.
So if you like Tekken 7, go check that out because his trailer is actually really hype. Oh, look up, if you have the time, listeners, look up the reaction to Geese Howard's announcement at EVO. It's insane how hyped that crowd got.
People die.
It's insane. I wasn't expecting that. So anyhow, now we can get to the meat of today's, I guess, podcast before I get to the final questions. Cardinal meat. Okay, so today, was it today or was it yesterday?
I don't fucking know.
It was today. It was today. Today, news comes out apparently on the German Capcom website or some website. That was Capcom. It's official Capcom. They're putting out Street Fighter Third Strike and Alpha.
Alphas 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And 3. It's the whole Alpha series.
They're putting out the Alpha Collection and Third Strike remastered for Street Fighter's 30th anniversary.
And I'm like...
Yeah. You can... Oh, boy. Give me that.
I want Hugo.
Because I'll say this. The Third Strike online edition for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 is one of the best remastered versions of any game I've ever seen.
And you know what? I'm really excited for another cool fighting game to not be placed on the fucking Xbox One. I'm so ready.
No, I think it's gonna be on Xbox One. I think.
It better fucking be.
That's what I hear. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyhow, game looks exciting. Hopefully, it's better than Ultra Street Fighter 2, which was interesting because I don't know if you've looked at it, Vargas.
Oh, I thought you said okay. Oh yeah,
it's nice looking.
If your entire Wii U, your entire Switch collection is Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, and Switch. It's like 8 Deluxe before someone gnaws my nuts off.
Anyhow, I will say this: Street Fighter 2 Ultra Edition is really neat, but it's terribly unbalanced. Evil Ken and Violent Ken and Evil Ryu are disgusting. They have a full 100 meter. What's it? 100% combo? I don't know what you call it. You know what the term is.
I don't know if they have 100% combos. I just know that both of them. Basically, I know Evil Ryu not only has that wicked fast dash and ground movement, but I also know that he has his super. You really can't punish it because when you use it and they block, the Shoryu at the end makes you end up on the other side of them.
Yep.
So they can't punish it properly. So that's pretty stupid. But you know what? It's got Geef.
That's true.
It's got Geef.
So, at the end of the day, hopefully that rumor is true that they're re-releasing those games because those games are probably... Third Strike, and I'll get to the questions later because that's one of the questions I was going to ask, but Third Strike is probably unarguably one of the best fighting games ever created.
It's the Melee of the Street Fighter series.
It is, by far. Yeah, it is. I would agree with that 100%. It's...
Wow, you're such a fucking sheeple.
It is. It's. But I mean, like, when you think about...
How dare you have the same opinion as I do?
I can't have similar opinions, I forgot.
No. Similar opinions are wrong opinions.
But, like, everything about Third Strike is amazing, and it's what I want 5 to be. If It's just everything. Character design, even though the characters in that game are really weird for a Street Fighter game,
God, Remy.
they're all memorable. Oro, 12.
Not Remy.
12 is
I remember
crazy.
Remy because of how bad he was.
No,
Oh,
but
12 and Necro? Hell yeah.
they're weird, but they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. It's like they made Dhalsim and Blanca a good character by combining
Oh,
them.
Dhalsim's good in 5.
Yeah, I tell you a lot of characters good in 5. You're like, no.
Okay,
they're bad.
because I had a bad experience because in 4, Dhalsim is not very good. Dhalsim is really bad at 4.
It's not his fault that his arms have hitboxes that are that ridiculous.
In this game, in 5, he has really good standard hitboxes. So,
Okay.
I think we're done with
That's
the
good.
with the news, right?
I'm actually slightly interested in the new Blaze Blue game. I thought you would be more. hyped
Oh
up
my
about
gosh,
that.
I forgot about that. Thank you for
Dumbass.
reminding me.
I don't even like anime, and you're like, I forgot.
I did forget. Hey, shut up! You like anime?
I only like JoJo. That's not anime. It's art.
Anger and Logan.
Okay.
But to
Honesty
be
time,
honest,
it's
they're the same
okay.
thing. They're the same
I'm
thing.
sorry, Bumjun. It's okay.
They're the same thing. JoJo,
What?
Gurren Lagann is just a JoJo ripoff.
Exactly. See, someone who gets it. I'm so glad you came on my stream today.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the stream. This is even a stream.
All right, shut up and continue.
All right,
please.
so thank you for mentioning it. But Arc Systems, the best fighting game company currently, not all time, but currently, I think they're in the lead. They are making a crossover game with Blaze Blue cross Persona cross Ruby cross some other game that they make. I don't remember the title.
And by cross Ruby, they mean the one chick,
I'm not too.
Scythe.
I'm not too.
the Kill la Kill ripoff.
I'm
chick,
not
whatever her
too
name is.
like hype on Ruby being in it, but I think I love Persona 4. The fighting game is one of my favorite looking games,
Yeah.
but it is a JoJo ripoff to the
I
max.
want a new JoJo. We need a new JoJo fighting game.
You know what? What would you do
Oh,
if you? Okay, actually, that'll be a question. I'll ask that question. Or actually, I'll ask it now. But would it be the dream for you if Arc Systems started developing a JoJo game?
They did. It would be. It just depends on how they handle the roster.
No, I'm saying like,
Good.
okay, you know how they're doing Dragon Ball?
Oh, if
To
they
that
did a
degree
JoJo
of
my
accuracy,
God.
where like they get like manga panels and like they get everything.
just like they do in. Oh hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. I would sell an organ for that game. Not even if I had the money for the game.
Yeah.
I'd still sell an organ just for the game. Like.
I don't see
Hell
them
yeah, I
doing
would.
that, but I'm just saying that would be. Even if Capcom made one, I think they make a decent game.
Oh,
I
still.
wouldn't say they would mess it
Because
up.
I mean, that they've been the ones who made the last two. They made what's it called? Heritage of the Future, which was the Third Strike-ish kind of looking one.
Yeah.
The really good one.
Yeah.
The fucking broken whole horse one where you just shoot people from the
That
distance.
I was reading somewhere that is one of the JoJo games has one of the worst cases of unbalanced characters in history.
It's the same for that one and what's its face? The other one, which was Eyes of Heaven.
Yeah,
Those
Eyes of
are
Heaven,
the,
the one, it gets canned because
it kind of had an art style similar to Street Fighter 4 because
Yeah.
they were kind of making it at the same time.
Mhm.
But I like it a lot more. But yeah, Jotaro and Dio just fucking freeze time and kill him. It's stupid.
yeah.
And whole horse is in both games, so you know what you do? You build a meter, you back the fuck up, and then you literally have a super where you can guide a bullet.
Yeah, it's ridiculous
That's
how
it.
unbalanced the
It's
game
amazing.
is.
I love it.
So,
Fuck that shot.
that's kind
Or
of.
we gotta talk about Injustice 2 or some reason or something.
No,
like
I'm not
that.
gonna talk about Injustice 2. Nothing there fascinates me.
Hey,
Um,
Bane's in there. So
Bane
it's
is
already
in
a good
there.
game.
Bane's
Good
design
game.
we had a big problem with, but I think it's grown on us both. I think I'd say.
It's grown on me. He looks okay. I'll let him pass. He's
Oh,
cool boy.
but the Blaze Blue
He is
game
sexy.
looks really nice. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully it's not bad because they're spending all their time
I
working
hope
on.
there's. Hey,
uh,
if they got big characters in the game, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
If every character is like Ingrid, it's like 4 foot tall and shoots psychic assholes.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a Persona character
Nah.
that's big from Persona 4. I can't think of one. In Blaze Blue, there's Iron Taker.
that sounds okay.
He's the red
What's,
dude.
okay, I know you've been playing Guilty Gear a lot, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of the gig?
Oh,
Not Faust.
Pokedemin. I
That
can't say
dude.
his name
Oh
properly.
my god, I want that game. That
He's
character
not. He's
was
not. He's
spicy.
not. He's not good.
How's he not good? He's big. He's good.
He's not good.
You're just.
He
not
does.
good
He
at
does.
him.
He does have like some pretty strong, like I guess, full meter combos. But in that game, it's so reliant on you being speedy and quick, and he is the opposite of that. I'm trying to think of you might like Faust. There's a character called Faust.
Oh, Faust looks cool. The dude with the paper bag in his head, like the one eye.
Very tall, skinny.
He looks cool.
Kind of reminds me of Fung in the sense that he's like very wacky, but he's got like true evil intent. I like that kind of stuff.
Okay, first of all, for everyone who's like, oh, Abigail's broken, like play Fong, poison him, back the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just be good. Don't let him combo you. I've seen Fongs play high. I've seen Momochi play Abigail, and Fong fucks up Abigail because of the fact that you're not gonna get a chance to attack him, and you're just building up poison damage.
Vega does a pretty decent job against the Abigail. Me personally, the Vega, like when I played Vega against Abigail, Vega's done a pretty decent job because he has a lot of high hitting moves that start off low.
Vega.
Shut up.
He's just an excuse for you to think you're good at the game by having to.
I'm not good at the game because I get destroyed by bronze people.
What?
It's because of the net
Dude, shut up, play Balrog, you'll win.
I did actually.
Even more.
Dude, Balrog is disgusting. Especially with his V trigger. It's ridiculous because he can get, what is it, like 4 punches off?
Yeah. And then you can go into V trigger.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's insane.
Going back to what Evil happened, let's round of applause to Tokido for playing Akuma.
Oh yeah, no, awesome.
First of all, big round of applause to him for not only showing true grit, but because of the fact that Akuma, it ain't hot shit in that game from what I've heard. Like, the thing that displeases me the most about him is his lack of damage, not because of damage of combos, well, partially because
his overall moveset just doesn't do damage.
Yeah, he's supposed to be that glass cannon character.
But to be fair,
you get hit twice, you die. But you hit them twice and they die.
Yeah, but to be fair, just to be perfectly honest, in 4 he's busted. He is.
But this isn't 4. This is the future, man. The future is now.
I know, but Capcom's looking at it and saying it's like if they, like, I guarantee you, if they put Sagat in the game, he's not gonna be as strong as old Sagat because Capcom's gonna look at it and say like,
because no one's gonna play the game if Sagat's broken.
Yeah, because people are gonna be like, well, Sagat's gonna get banned. Like, if he's the way he was in every previous game, he's gonna get banned.
Yeah, cause, Tiger genocide.
It's just
it should be called roster genocide. Cause
it really is.
Character.
Anyhow, what were we talking about?
Blaze Blue.
Oh no, Evo, and congratulating. If you caught because we ended the last podcast like right before the Melee Finals. Congratulations to Armada. Good match. You beat Mango.
For playing Peach.
Hey, that's good, man. If you win Evo with Peach,
No, you're the real nigga if you win Evo with Pichu. I can't wait for the day someone actually does that with like Pichu or a really low tier character like
Hungry Bucks.
I'm gonna laugh. Are you saying Jigglypuff's low tier?
She was, or it was for a long time.
What do you mean she was low tier? People just didn't understand her potential.
That's true.
I'm telling you, dude. Pichu's got potential.
Yeah, the fact that he could hurt himself is really helping his cause competitive scene.
No, the fact that he evolves into the Pikachu that's in Brawl, that's what makes him good.
Anyhow, okay.
If you can even call Brawl good. Anyway, what?
What? We're trash talking Brawl? Is that what this has become?
Why are you always trash talking games? Like, you don't leave Infinite alone. You're talking shit about 5. You just like to talk shit, man. You know what?
You wanna know what? I have a story. Okay, this is completely unrelated to fighting games. Okay, so how familiar are you with that Dream Daddy game?
The Game Grumps game, right?
It's not a Game Grumps game, but yes.
Oh, it isn't? I thought they
funded it. They funded it.
Oh, I thought they were like they made it.
No, they didn't. Okay.
Oh.
I got into an argument or a discussion. You could call it one of the two.
If you were in it, was probably an argument.
No, I didn't start the argument. I made a tweet saying that the whole thing with the Dream Daddy, the hype behind it, the controversy. If you don't know, you can look it up. It's really simple to Google Dream Daddy.
Imagine Honey Pop.
Yeah.
But without the puzzle part.
I
don't know if that's in it. But it's just like a DILF simulator.
No, what happened is I called it out and I said the reason I don't trust the gaming industry anymore is because of games like that. Because they're pandering, they're meant to appeal to a certain market to make money, and it's not even good game design. And I tweeted that out, and a certain individual, I'm not gonna name them. You probably know who they are. Don't name them. Don't name them. Asked me what the issue was, and I explained the issue. And then that person kind of got into a discussion saying that I shouldn't say that one. Basically, I had read a thread on Reddit by, if you know him, Ding Dong from Oni Plays, made some comments because he is a game developer himself and he works with them. And he made a comment about how the game is actually being primarily made by people that are just trying to stir up trouble by making a game like that, essentially. And that was basically the discussion I had with him. I just kind of sent him the thread, sent him the evidence, and
discussion.
It was more like I had the evidence, but I didn't want to, show it. I was just kind of saying, no, I didn't. It wasn't. I wasn't trying to win.
You didn't want to use what's it called? You didn't want to use facts in your argument. That's my man.
Because he just accused me of saying, oh, you can't accuse somebody of trying to manipulate it from the inside. And I was like, I have evidence of somebody who works with the Game Grumps, who works in that same studio where they work, who has seen them develop the game.
Who is Jesus and Christ himself.
Oh, well,
we all have our different...
Yeah, we all have our differences. I do like Ding Dong, though.
Ding Dong is great.
Ding Dong is funny. Julian is very funny. The whole crew is funny.
Okay.
But...
Let's say this right now. As much as we love them, Oni has that special place in our hearts.
Well, Oni and G is just...
Chris is Christ.
Yeah.
That should be a shirt.
Hey,
anyway.
But, yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, the Crash Bandicoot memes are kind of getting to me, just a tiny bit, but they're still funny.
Shut up. You're gonna laugh at them.
I am gonna laugh at them.
Alright, let's get on to fighting games and shit.
No, but anyhow.
Let's continue with your little shit majigger.
Okay, so basically, I sent him the article basically showing him, or not the article, but the thread, showing him, hey, this person who works with these guys said that this is actually what's going on, and he was like, he changed his opinion immediately as I showed him that, so I was like, I don't know, were you just there to argue? Were you just trying to make an argument? But at the end of the day, I don't really care. But that happened because the point I was trying to make was like, even if it's a game made by say the Game Grumps were directly involved with it, even if they were directly involved, and I love the Game Grumps, I don't watch their content as much as I used to, but I love Aaron Hansen as a person. I think his animations, what he did for the animation community, what he did for the animation community, and kind of
what he did to Newgrounds before it became a porn site.
No, not just that, but overall, I respect him for that, because I respect a lot of animators, because it's like the hardest job in the world, probably one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Easy. My job's the hardest. Being on this fucking podcast.
Same. Because I have to deal with people like you and Joseph.
Hey, don't talk about the clone here, okay?
The clone. Anyhow,
I'm the OG.
No game, no matter who creates it, is free from criticism, because I think criticism is something that makes games better.
As long as there are people on Earth, someone's gonna hate what you do. That's just a general rule to live by.
So I love Street Fighter V, right? I think it's I enjoy it, but I'm always gonna
play.
I still want to play it. Same thing with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm trashing it now, but I'm probably gonna play it.
You're such a sellout. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna lose Thanos.
All right. So is Joe still there? Because I
think he's masturbating.
Oh.
Furiously or chronically? I can't really tell. Let's listen.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, that's furiously.
Oh, damn.
Want me to call him over?
Nah, it's fine. We'll do a Q&A with you instead. Just so everybody knows, Joe isn't like not doing the podcast. It's just this is a fighting game one, because I was able to get Vargas to come out and do this.
Out of his room. Yeah, I had to drive a total of 2 minutes to get here.
2 minutes to get there. But regardless, because Vargas doesn't have a mic, it was just complicated getting the setup, making sure we did everything well, planning ahead. And then I'm heading out of town, so I need to make sure that I get this done. I wanted to get a podcast done this week, and it was a perfect opportunity to do one. Anyhow, so Joe's not gone. Joe's gonna be back in the next one, and for as long as we keep doing these. It's time for the Q&A hour. Not hour. Q&A session. So
it's 9:11 o'clock.
Fighting game discussion. What is your favorite fighting game of all time?
Like of any fighting game?
Any fighting game.
I'm easily gonna narrow it down to 3.
All right.
So, Heritage of the Future, the JoJo game, right?
Mm-hmm.
MVC 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Third Strike.
Okay. Those are your personal favorite.
Yes. If I had to narrow it down even more, I guess the easiest to play is probably Third Strike, only because it's more balanced. Because not many infinite.
Well, I wouldn't
like
say
in
Street Fighter
2.
3 Third Strike is balanced at all.
Okay, it's not as bad. You can parry. Stop complaining. I play Hugo, and I don't think it's that bad. What are you gonna say?
Have you played against Ken as Hugo? It ain't fun. It ain't fun.
Nigga, we all have our weaknesses.
It ain't fun, man. It ain't fun. That's all
It's
you
not
have,
supposed to be fun.
So what would you say your favorite, like, overall is? Your personal. It doesn't have to be like the public. It could be like the worst game. But
I gotta give it to 2.
MVC2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
The roster's just god tier. The game plays well. I personally can't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't like the game, because even if you don't like the characters themselves, there's no way you're not gonna find a character that doesn't conform to your playstyle.
Yeah, it's not that big of a roster.
Plus characters.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I agree. All right. Well, I'm gonna give mine, and I guess I'll do narrow it down.
All right,
to 3.
next segment. No,
Personally, I really like Super Smash Bros. Melee.
well, that's a party game.
Ha 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 ha. Competitively, I guess we'll call it the 1v1 scene.
It's the only competitive party game.
It is the only competitive party game when you really think about it. Next to Mario Party, but you don't want to go to Mario Party competitive events because it usually ends in a riot.
Oh, TBH, I still like Pokken because Empoleon.
Oh, okay. So Super Smash Bros.
might be dead,
yeah.
but
Super Smash Bros. Melee, Street Fighter 5, and I probably have to say Third Strike. Personally, I really like Third Strike, but my favorite is probably Melee. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. I have like 2,000 hours plus in that game.
You got it when it was made.
That's true, actually. I did actually get it when it was made.
Wait. Yeah, we all had it when it came out because I was like right about our age.
Yeah, that's insane. But anyhow, I've been playing it for like, I'd probably say 15 years.
15 minutes? That's amazing.
15 minutes. All right, next question. What do you think is, like, overall the best fighting game ever? Not your personal favorite, overall. I think you already have an answer. We kind of already gave it earlier, but.
Overall best fighting game? Darkstalkers 2. No, I'm just kidding. No. Probably like Third Strike. That's a fucking great game. But I'm thinking like championship wise on that level. I mean, as bad as like as half the roster was on 4, it had a really good competitive scene.
Yeah,
honestly.
it did.
Yeah, I think like 4. I mean, competitive wise, I think a lot of people liked 4.
I'd say Third Strike.
In general, yeah, I think Third Strike, because Third Strike was just a good game.
Mine comes up between a toss-up, kind of between yours. So I'd say Third Strike personally.
Melee also. Melee was just fucking like Melee is a game. I think Melee more so only because huge competitive scene.
It's transcended like years. It's survived.
It's transcended years. Many people play it. There are many pro people. There are many people who can just pick it up because they already know like Brawl and 4. So it's an easy game to pick up.
Yeah.
Except Wave Dash.
That's it depends.
That's why I played Jiggly.
Okay, so mine would be Skullgirls is up there.
That's right, that's a game too.
I think in terms of pure fighting games, Skullgirls, Guilty Gear, XRD, Revelator, and Third Strike are kind of tied for top 3 for me because Skullgirls is so.
I'm wearing a shirt that's pure black, and in the middle there's a Gengar. I just gotta point that out.
Oh, nice. Pokemon reference.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Shut up.
Third Strike because it's mechanically it's probably one of the best fighting. It's probably the best fighting game mechanically. I'd say maybe MVC2 comes up, maybe close to it in terms of mechanic. Skullgirls because of the amount of work and time and effort and the roster.
Oh yeah, that game like, because a lot of people are like, as much as I hate to say this, you can put a lot of effort into something, but it can still be bad.
Yeah, I would
like there's still people who will hate it, and like I know it's sad to think about it in that way, and I don't like to think about it in such a pessimistic way, but when you think about it, it's still possible to put so much hours into something and it's still being bad.
Look at Brawl.
Hey,
Brawl,
Ice Climbers.
Brawl took like 7 years to develop.
Argument invalid. Ice Climbers.
Yeah, but you could just go play Project M, which is a better game.
Okay.
You know it's bad when a mod is better.
You don't have to use facts in your argument, buddy.
And then, what was the other
What
one?
was I saying? Yeah, but Skullgirls is a game where they put so much effort and they got double out of it what the effort they put into it, because it's an awesome game. Like I can't say no to it. It's fucking cool.
If you took like the mechanics of a Marvel vs. Capcom game, like 2 or 3,
A good one.
and combined it with like Street Fighter, but made it easy to learn, like Guilty Gear.
It's great because you can make it go from Street Fighter 1v1s to X-Men vs Street Fighter 2v2s
Yeah.
to Marvel vs Capcom 3v3s.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's great. The characters are pretty memorable. Even the clones are cool. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like there's a bunch of references. The skins are awesome. There's a character for everybody. It's generally
The
it's
music,
really,
soundtrack,
really
everything.
good.
Yeah.
Soundtrack. Okay. I know people don't like Pokken.
Pokken
I
has a
love
great
it.
soundtrack.
Shut up. Neos City from Pokken.
Yeah.
If you're ever gonna listen to a fighting game song, listen to the Neos City theme, like Neos City theme from Pokken, and that's first of all, that's my new theme song. So fuck you. Second of all, that song is god tier. But that is the outro song.
Yeah. Oh, I wish.
Oh,
Actually,
no, you can't
I'll try to
see
find
it.
it. I'll try to
So
find
this
it.
is,
But
I
I-
was gonna say this is in 2007. You can't get away with free music.
I can't. You're right, actually, because I have to put this up tonight because I can't
Nintendo's
put it
gonna
up tomorrow.
sue.
Normally, I put it up tomorrow. I'd edit it, but
Nintendo's gonna fucking snipe you and sue you for like $2.
$2. The $2 that this video makes.
The $2 they can use to keep the Switch Wi-Fi going. The Switch
Oh
network.
my gosh. You mean the Wii U network? I mean, what network? No, and then what was my other one? Oh, Guilty Gear XRD.
Yo, what the? Okay, sorry to go back to Pokken.
Yeah.
But why the fuck did they not wait to put Marshadow in it instead of Decidueye?
Um.
Let me just say this. I know this is a fighting game stream. We're going to RPGs. If you play Pokemon, Marshadow fucked up Ubers. Like, he's fast, he's strong. You can't set up because of you can soul steal and you can take those boosts.
It's ridiculous to have a Pokemon
He's
that
a
can
great
steal
mon.
stats like that.
People
Yeah.
have to run defensive Arceus Fairy, or you have to bring Yveltal with a scarf in Ubers because they fear Marshadow.
You wanna know what? We'll probably
It's
do
crazy.
a Pokemon. We'll probably do a Pokemon podcast
Oh hell
in
yeah!
a couple weeks.
We'll save that for later.
for later.
We'll invite Joseph in so we can have some wrong opinions.
Yeah, we always need dissenting opinions besides myself. And then Guilty Gear, because it's probably the best game that Arc Systems made so far. Artistically, it's amazing. It plays really well. It has a great tutorial, and the amount of like crazy combos and how clean it looks. First of all, it screams of old school. It almost screams of JoJo and Cowboy Bebop style anime art style, which is awesome.
Cowboy Beef.
It has a character that I think you would like called Johnny. Look him up. He's like a gambler-esque character. I think you like him.
Ooh. I
The
like
amount of
gambling,
work,
crippling.
the amount of work that goes into the intro when they first walk onto the area is unparalleled in any game. I've never seen a game that does
What's
it.
the game? Guilty Gear?
Guilty Gear, XRD, Revelator. And the reason I say this is because instead, in normal fighting games, you have two characters, they walk up, they walk in. Street Fighter, they walk in, they say a little line, and then the fight starts, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a full, 10-second movie that plays before each
Oh, I
character
know
goes
this
in.
guy. He's just Gambit.
Yeah, but I love Gambit.
They gotta put Gambit in a game. I miss him. I miss the X-Men. Fuck Infinite. I'm gonna buy it, but fuck Infinite.
Every time you're like, I want Infinite, and then you think about it, and it's like, but there's no X-Men.
Dude, they should put in a Colonel Stryker and then a Sentinel, and they can be like, oh yeah, there's no X-Men because we killed them all.
No one remembers
And
them,
then
but you all remember Jeddah, right? Jeddah from that game that we made 6 years ago that
And then
we
and then
buried in the
Sentinel
annals
will
of
be
history.
like- then the Sentinel will laugh like, ha ha ha, time to break another fucking game. Sentinel's cool. Fuck.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was Joseph's.
Alexa speaking. Okay.
What did I say that sounded like Alexa?
I don't know.
Oh, shit, I said it again. Whoops. Alexa, kill yourself. She listened.
All right. Next question. What is your favorite fighting game sound? Oh wait, you already answered that. I guess the Pokken.
Yeah, big boys.
Pokken would be your
Wait,
no, your favorite fighting game soundtrack.
Oh, soundtrack.
Favorite song from a fighting game.
Let me just okay. I gotta give it to 4, only because of a nostalgia factor. That I would listen to those songs like
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
On my way to football games, like
Yeah.
before I'd go in and start banging. heads. That was good music.
What was it? The music that played at the temple stage.
Ooh.
The remix
Akuma's
of
theme.
yeah, Akuma's theme is amazing.
By like Bisons, or like Zangief's was good. Oh, Rose's theme. Oh god, that game was.
So you'd say 4.
Okay. 4 soundtrack, but like picking specific songs.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite soundtrack? Just choose one.
It had to be 4 for general soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Overall, it just has that good of a
'Cause some-
soundtrack.
Yeah, well, some games have like specific songs that I'm just like, yeah, like the Carnival's, like the Carnival from MVC2, great song. Neo City, obviously. What's it called? It's called a Bison's theme in 5. You know, it's just some games have like really good like I like to pick that soundtrack. Like that song's fucking dope.
All right, so I have mine like already ready. Beowulf's theme.
Yeah.
The song that plays in Beowulf's stage is the hypest thing ever. It's like a hype song. It's like a song that's meant to get you hype. It's actually probably
I'm gonna add that to my soundtrack.
it's an actual tie. It's probably a tie between that song and oh my gosh, I can't remember the stage, but it's a Third Strike song and it's really catchy. It's like 90s sounding. The Third Strike soundtrack is called
Alex's theme from
Third Strike is good. Yeah.
Ooh.
Um.
I think that's probably the theme you're thinking of.
Yeah.
That one or probably like
Anything from Third Strike I really like. The Third
Dudley's
Strike,
theme.
the Third Strike rap, like the rap song that plays in Third Strike when you're selecting a character.
Yeah, that one.
That song is amazing. I love that song. All right. What's your favorite type of? I already asked. I mean, you already answered this, but I'll just ask again. What is your favorite character in any fighting game ever that you've ever played?
Easy answer.
What?
The Juggernaut from X-Men versus Street Fighter, and just all the games he appeared in. He's just number 1. Like,
All right.
he's just an amazing character because he's the fucking Juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
There's many reasons why I like him. Because one, you think, oh, big character, no range, right? Wrong. You have the earthquake attack, send a long range attack, and just boom, fuck him, right? You basically have super armor just by pausing the game, like you literally just have super armor. He has super armor on the fucking character select screen. Like
He's like Abigail.
He's fucking great. Like, what's it called? His super will go through all the other supers. You'll still take the damage from it before you hit them, but like, if you hit it right when they're gonna pop a super, it'll go through anything and it'll just bop them.
Yeah.
Just great, a lot of damage, big character, good moves. Juggernaut punch, amazing assist move. And I like him because he has so much character. The way he appears, just comes in, I'm unstoppable and all that shit. The way he comes in when you beat a character, he'll either pick them up or he'll go to them and like stomp the ground and send them flying. He's just he's my dad. There, I said it.
All right. So
The
that's
world
it.
knows.
Let's see. Okay, for me, it's really tough because I play so many games, but I love Ed.
Ed is good.
Ed is everything that I want in a character. He's the coolness
he
of
looks pretty
Dudley.
fun.
He's the coolness of Dudley with the simpleness,
Finesse.
with the finesse of like Bison and
Bibson.
and like Cammy or Karen. He's very easy to play, but he's got really cool combos, and he's just a cool looking character. I like his. I liked him from 4, like from when he was a doll. I like the concept of Balrog raising this boxing, raising this Bison copy that has psycho powers.
Just a baby.
It's cool. It's a cool concept. I would have to say Ed probably. I can't think. I'm probably gonna change my mind in like a couple days, but okay.
A good second for me, Hugo from Street Fighter.
A good second for me would probably.
I literally named my cat after him. Like
Would
he's
probably
the
be-
nigga.
would probably be Jury. From 4.
Oh,
Jury in 4 is
just
amazing.
Get the retro costume from 5.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I like your new costume. In 5, I love her new costume. It's way better.
Oh, the new one, the tight one,
Yeah.
the other one.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I like it too. I don't even play her. I like playing against her. Wow.
No, okay.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna name my 3 or 4. Actually, I'll name 4 fighting games that I know you and I play. I'm gonna ask you your favorite character from those. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. Favorite character.
I mean, play a lot of characters in that game.
Okay.
I'm debating because I was hyped as fuck when Mewtwo came back. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I love me Pokemans.
Yeah.
Pikachu was a fucking godsend in that game, and then Mega Man was fucking great. I
Disappointing,
love
but great.
Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt was honestly worth putting the time in.
Yeah, I would
I
say.
liked him.
Unique.
He was fun to play.
Yeah.
But I mean, then I switched to Donkey Kong, and then I gotta give it to, I guess, because they've all been in other games. I gotta go Mewtwo, honestly, because Mewtwo's the one I have the most fun in, and I've been playing him
Yeah.
a little more. I love his neutral air. God,
Yeah, it's
so-
insane. It's ridiculous how much you can combo. Like for Smash Bros, it's got a really good combo system with that specific move.
Hey, who do you like more? Diddy Kong or Bayonetta? Oh wait, it has to be Bayonetta, right?
I was actually going to say something about that. So, I'll name my Smash Bros favorite character. Personally, DDD.
Oh, I forgot to mention him. I won a few tournaments. I got like
Yeah, I know. Same here. I've won a tournament with him before.
I got like a $40 Amazon gift card from like winning a tournament with
Because
him.
he is just a fun character to play, especially
yeah,
his
yeah.
4 rendition. I think his 4 rendition is probably one of my favorite characters overall of any game.
Oh yeah, because I liked him more than when he was in 64 and Melee. But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Employee of the Month from Brawl. That was just some memories.
But I'll say this. Man, no one's gonna get that reference, dude. No one's gonna get that. Maybe like one
No, because
person.
we're the only ones who are gonna watch this fucking podcast.
That's
What are you
true.
talking about?
That's true. What was it? Oh, my favorite character, personally, it's probably DDD, but the character that I enjoy playing a lot is Cloud.
Oh, because he's good.
He's
You
just
gotta
a
admit,
fun character. Like
He's fun, yeah.
I used the main Shulk, and then I switched from Shulk to Cloud because
so
Cloud is.
could actually play the game.
Well, no, Cloud is just a better character overall. Like everything about him.
Oh, he's good.
He's really fun to
He's
play.
not as good as Donkey Kong, but you know,
Yeah.
I'll let him slide. 'cause
All right,
Donkey Kong
next
is okay.
Street Fighter 5.
Oh, oh shit. She got me there. I mean, I can't say Abigail only because of the fact that I haven't really played him. And as much as Alex looks great in the game and Bibson looks cool, I got to play Bibson a bit. Awesome. I gotta give it to the boy Geef. He looks fresh. I'm upset that they took away the banishing flat.
Oh, but his V trigger and all that is amazing.
Yeah, so they took away a bit. So they basically made it where instead of me having to use that move to get towards you, I have a way of getting you towards me.
Yeah.
Which I think works out a little bit better in my opinion. So, Geef.
All right.
Oh, and Urian's cool. Urian's
All
great.
right. I gotta say, for me, like I said before, Ed and probably Vega. They're just enjoyable characters to play. Vega no longer has stupid motions. Which is
Oh
nice.
god, like that shitty motions in 4 where like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to pick up your mask? Yeah, it's down forward heavy light punch into fucking Raging Demon.
It's ridiculous how stupid those motions were. But he's a really fun character to play. Got some nice combos, and his special is probably one of the coolest looking in the game because how much he laughs when he's done with it. So
But he's cool boy from
he's a cool boy.
Mexico.
All right, and then we'll say from let's see. I don't want to say Street Fighter 4 because that's already giving me another Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Melee.
Oh, if it's Melee, it's Pichu. I mean, sorry. Whoops, it's Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff? Melee for me is probably Marth. I derive a lot of fun from him because of the crit. But I like Falco too.
Just fucking throw people and they die.
Let me think of another one actually. Okay, Skullgirls. Who's your favorite character in Skullgirls?
Dude, as cool as Big Ben is, Beowulf is a fucking
Alright,
G,
well
man.
we see eye to
He's
eye
just
there.
coolness in personified. Like,
Yeah.
he's just a cool ass character.
Yeah, alright. So that is pretty much it for this podcast. It's probably shorter than the other ones. No, it's about an hour.
Wait a fucking minute.
Did we forget
There's
something?
Another if they made a Skullgirls 2,
Yeah?
what character do you think would be in it? Not returning characters. Last thing we'll hit up on.
Not returning character? Like what new character?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, my two choices. Well, one that I would want would be the big dude from the what's the name of umbrella parasols? Core.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The big dude. Hell yeah, he looks like fun. But I know who they will make is what's the name of the chick who works for the Marichi The one who shot fucking Squiggly in the head.
Oh, Sarabella.
Black. No. That's not Cerebella. She can't shoot. Fucking. She has a machine gun for a hand.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Black pear or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Black pearl.
Yeah.
Some bitch. Anyway,
You
her.
think
She'll
her?
probably be in the game.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say either. I mean, the Parasols minion is a pretty neat concept. One of Eliza's henchmen would be kind of cool too.
Oh yeah, that.
The birds
Anubis
or Horse.
Anubis or Horus.
Yeah, I like them.
I like Eliza. I want
yeah.
to play her. I can't get the fucking DLC.
Or the shark. The shark dude, the guy.
Oh yeah, or they might put Mineta or something.
Yeah, something like that.
useful.
All right, that's a good final question. Well, thank you anybody that listened. Thank you Diego for coming along. Thank you Joseph for being here in the beginning and hosting Diego so that he can actually speak through a
He
mic
died.
that doesn't sound
I
like
killed him.
garbage. We will see you hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm gonna be kind of busy, so I'm gonna try to get the podcast out.
They should put Sans in the video game.
Okay, should put Sans in the video game. What are you, ding dong?
Shut up.
Shut up. He's from Chicago. He plays games. Thank you for listening. I will post the link to Diego's Twitter so you can follow him. He doesn't tweet, but you can look at his likes. And
I tweet. They're just invisible.
they are invisible. Invisible
They're
tweets.
invisible to faggots.
And thank you for listening, and see you next
Traps are gay.
time.
Bye.